Whatever Prophet brought for us in the teachings of the noble sunnah of Sayyidina Muhammad was for energy. The reality is that we are an energy being and this soul is made from energy, it needs energy and it wants to be defended from negativity, the positive flow of energy and the negative flow of energy. By understanding that reality we reach a state of perfection or move at least in that direction. Means that everything that Prophet brought for us out of the noble sunnah, you follow it, later they would begin to teach its reality and its importance. We left off on the importance of the hands, that the hands have tremendous secrets and encodings upon them, that your left hand has this upside down triangle and a line, right hand has the line and the triangle, means this is 18 on the right hand and 81 on the left hand, means the perfect symmetry of who we are. One side is reflecting the other side. As a matter of fact, your brain on the left side controls your right side, your brain on the right side controls your left side. That's how nice Allah designed the symmetry of insan. We talk about the importance of keeping the hair to be short, the importance of keeping your head to be covered, because all of this is based on people asking, Shaykh, I have negativity, Shaykh, I have problems, I have difficulty, whether it's with sustenance, whether it's with energy, whether it's with sicknesses. All of these things that we incur upon this earth, Prophet brought the complete solution, which was the sunnah. That sunnah is a perfection of the energy. The practices build the energy, the sunnah safeguards and protects that energy. By keeping the hair you take away that negative energy, by keeping the head to be covered you sanctify the energy like a capstone on top of the pyramid. Its full power is when that cap is upon the head, because everything else is just being released from the head. And the shayateen and the negative energies, they understand where the energy points of insan and they locate themselves upon those energy point and they basically withdraw everything. We talked last night with our people here, it's symbolic from the movie The Matrix. What Allah wanted to show within that reality when they showed that all the human beings, all they really were was a battery, that they were like in pods and all the shayateen were just pulling their energy, and that's how they view us on this earth. We are a paradise being walking upon the earth and the shayateen are seeing and say, look at these energies, they don't have access to that. So their whole interest is to ride upon insan like a big battery. They lock themselves from the back and begin to take all the energy from that insan, whether they're pulling it from the head, pulling it from the heart, pulling it from the feet. So the noble sunnah comes to safeguard that you are a paradise being and you are to be safeguarded while you're walking upon this earth. And by following the way of Prophet then we are entitled to that protection, and malaika are then protecting those who are following the way of the Prophets, and all the Prophets brought that reality. When we go to the hands we see that by washing the hands you are releasing tremendous codes, and as soon as you are washing your hand and realize that each finger is symbolic of a reality, that Sayyidina Uthman for Jami al-Qur'an, and the reality of knowledge is your pinky. Your index finger is the finger of loyalty and struggle, which is to Sayyidina Umar al-Faruq, وَجَعَلْ الْحَقَّ وَزَهَقَ الْبَاطِلَ, means that you spend your life supporting truth and come against falsehood. Support the truth of Allah and the truth of our reality and our soul. Then to the longest finger for Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, where Prophet described that the greatness of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq from what Allah had poured into the heart of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, as-Siddiq al-Mutlaq. Then the index finger has to do with the family of Prophet and Imam Ali and that support. And then the noble finger upon these four fingers are similar. The most different one is the thumb, which is the identity, and this represents Prophet. This gives insan its majesty. Allah says, we call you back all the way to your thumbprint. Means you have a unique identity that's uniquely for yourself. Later when you begin to train with your energy, you understand that as soon as you're touching your hands, you're activating codes. When you're beginning to understand the energy of your reality, that you have a unique energy for yourself. As soon as that energy begins to touch the hand, you're calling from your reality in Bahrul Qudra to become present with you more than what you have now. From whatever energy you have now, as soon as you make tafakkur and begin to understand the importance of the hands, you're able to call and summons that reality that uniquely identified on that thumb. So that shahada finger that brings the oceans of Bahrul Qudra, well Allah wants you to make your shahada. Means that the power of the soul is moving through that finger. As soon as it scans your identity on the thumb, it calls for that energy to be present with the soul in excess of what's necessary for your day-to-day functioning. When Allah wants to open that reality for the believer to bring their energy, to bring their qudra so that they can achieve higher levels of understanding.